let me tell you anything. If there's anything you're going to take away from today, you have to be secured in your field. One person might be better than you, but your own uniqueness is different. All right? So I'm talking about 4 important things, the 4 Ds of talent. The 4 Ds of talent. It's a great honor. I'd like to please celebrate with me. I have a lot of bosses in the house, and I will do the recognition very, very shortly. Leaving Lagos today to 6 because I was supposed to be in Akwa Ibom, but something happened, and I made up my mind whether they were going to pay me or they were not going to pay me, and that's not my passion. My job is just to make sure that I give back, because this is where it all started, and I'm excited to be here. All right. I've seen people that are talented that are broke. How many of you, who can define what talent is? Talent. Because I like to be very interactive. Who can define what the talent is? If you can get it, you get an all-expense paid trip. Back home. When you are very well, you will give a gift. Who can define what a talent is? Okay, please give out the mic. Tell us your name, your genotype. Sorry, I said that. Tell us your name and what you do. Tell us your name and what you do.
My name is Omolola. I'm a baker.
Baker. How long have you been baking?
Since 2014.
What's your Instagram handle?
Bake away cakes and treats.
Bake away
cakes and treats.
And you have the stuff that you do on your page.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a so what's talent? What's talent?
I see talent as an innate gift, something that comes from within, something that nature puts in you, not something you acquire from the environment. It's innate, you grow with it.
Okay, thank you. Can you please put that together for her? Okay, so I got this bracelet. Do you mind if you help me give it to her? I got this bracelet. It's SOTS. It's sacked on the street. It's something. So it's not. So yeah, what's your name, please?
My name is Nikayaya.
Nikayaya. Okay, what do you do?
I'm a fabric merchant.
Beautiful. So you made this. You got this fabric.
I sell this fabric.
You sell this fabric, but you don't make it. But you have a collaboration with someone that makes it for you.
No collaboration yet, but I influence for it.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so what do you think talent is?
Talent is actually a skill that you have that makes you unique from other people.
Beautiful. Okay, so you also get an all-expense paid trip bid. Bid is a bid. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So talent is something that you do naturally, that you don't struggle to do. It's easy. Sometimes people are talented, or you know that it wasn't that you worked for it, but you just realize that you could do it, right? There's some people that can sing that they didn't have to go to any school to learn it. But what makes them better is when they begin to learn and build. You see people that can sing and have to go to music school. Why do they go to music school? Because they want to be skillful with what they are doing. A lot of us have talent, but we don't build on them. When I discovered that I was skillful, when I discovered that I love to do, I love to do comedy, I had to go to school. Even though I studied accounting and data processing in the University of Ilorin, I went back to Lagos to study 6 months of presentation skills to know how I can get better at what I'm doing. I had to go to Lagos Business School was networking, because the school fees is expensive. But it was a good network for me, because I tell you, while I was in school as a Lagos Business School student, I was anchoring events for, now, the kind of people that come there. But one of the things that is important is some people feel that they are not talented. Everybody is talented. The grace that you have, that mama has, when she carries a baby, you can't carry it. There's people that can carry baby, and when they carry the baby slips off. It's a talent. It's not that you know how to, it's a talent. There's people that they have empathy for people. When they see people suffering, they have empathy. It's a talent. It's not everybody that will see somebody that's not eating. Even me, I never eat. It's not concerned. Right? But somebody will see somebody and see a child that has not eaten, and you are passionate about it. You are driving and you see people standing at the bus stop, and you are saying, what can I do? It's a talent. It's not everybody that, not everybody has that time. So the D is discovering your talent. There's a pathway you need to discover your talent and ask yourself. That's what I'm telling you. There's something you can do that you feel nobody can do. That's the truth. You do it easily. You wake up. If you wake me up now to anchor an event, I don't need to think. All I just need to do is quickly get the program, and I run through, and it goes smoothly. It goes smoothly from experience. The part of discovering your talent, discovering things that you can do better, even in the midst of you baking. What can you do differently that will make you distinguished? That even if people are thinking about cake, what comes to their mind in Kwara State is this person, because of the way you discovered it and you the next one is developing. where you need to develop. That's why you need to go to school. You need to learn skills. I'm going to quickly read out some things that I wrote, that I got down. I said discover, then I said develop. Okay, so passion, talent plus training. So it's one thing to have talent, but when you get training, it becomes skill. So talent plus training, it becomes skill. That's why you hear the word skillful. If you're a Christian, you know that there's a guy in the Bible that he talked about that was a skillful player. Yes. How many of you know who I'm talking about? David. For him for the Bible to refer to him as a skillful player, it means that he was very skillful. That in the whole of the town, they didn't see anybody to call. It was David. Where was David? He was in the bush. He was in the bush. But because when he was playing it, he wasn't looking for opportunity. But he was skillful with her. There's a place of skill. There's a place of skill. What distinguishes you from other people is the fact that when you handle a business or when you handle something, it's different from others. It's different from others. So people don't pay you for talent, they pay you for skills. But when you are talented, they don't pay you because you're talented, they pay you because you are skillful. You need to be skillful in anything you are doing. If you need to stand out in this industry, you need to be skillful. If you're not skillful, bring people that are skillful. I remember I told you that the new competition is now collaboration. Bring people that are skillful and work with them. I'm going to share with you 3 important relationships that you need in life. The upline, let me just quickly mention that. The upline, the online, and the downline. The upline, the online, and the downline. Upline are the people that are above you, that are a senior colleague, your mentors, how you relate with them. How you relate with them. Some people feel that when you have 1 million, 2 million in your account, you feel that you can't speak to anybody, nobody can speak to you again. You'll be shocked. The experiences that people have. I'm a product of mentor. I am where I am today because I submitted myself till date. God has blessed me, still blessing me. I am still submitting to my mentors. When you have little money and you cannot even send good money to your parents any longer, you feel because you send them money, you do not have value. They've seen some things, and the reason why they are where they are is because they did mistake. But if you control and submit yourself under them, the mistake they did, you will not do the same mistake. Yeah, how many of you know what I'm talking about? Yes. The online is the people you meet. Some people you sat down close to somebody now, you didn't even ask for the person's name. You know the person sitting close to you. You do. The person sitting close to you, you know their names. You don't know their names. You feel that what's my business? We came for Kwara. But you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked that the person sitting close to you will have been the answer you'll be looking for. And then the downline are people that you don't even want to talk to. The downlines are guys, security guys. They get them. And you feel that you don't have any value for them. What value will they make? I am where I am today. I met Reverend Samadi and me. I don't even know Reverend Samadi and me, the senior pastor of this center. October 12, 2008. I met him because a driver recommended me to anchor his Oga's birthday. His name is Brandon. He's a Muslim. I'm a Christian. This is the part where we begin to say Christian, Muslim. This is not a part. We serve God. I don't want to do anything with a Muslim. I don't want to do anything with a Christian. You will be shocked. Brother Lukman was the man that recommended me to a senior staff in a bank. And I did the program in Alakbere. I didn't make sure I served in that place. But I did my job very well. And somebody in the audience loved what I did. The person attended this time. I said, we're having a dinner with Reverend Samadeyemi. I'd like you to anchor. This brother Lukman paid me 5,000 naira on the 29th of May 2008. I remember. 5,000. I collected a lot of 5,000. There was no way I did not go for 5,000. Even when I moved to Lagos, when they say 5,000, I will go. But the 5,000 has opened door to me that I have. Ladies and gentlemen, please put time together for us as we leave. National ceremony and enter the Lagos City in the fashion process. Can we celebrate that? You're welcome back. I could go anywhere. There's a time when you hear 5,000 machine at 5,000. You'll be shocked that 5,000 can connect. I did a job 50,000 naira 2 years ago, 2017. At this my level, am I supposed to be collecting 50,000? My sister, beyond the money, there are some places you will go to that you wanted, if they ask you to pay, you will pay. Yes or no? But because you got, and that's the truth. I'm not saying we should. Some clients actually can influence and say, I'm going to give you a platform. No. For every job you do well, it gives you an opportunity to get 10. For every job, you don't need your IV, you don't need your card. For every job you do very well. Who did this case? Who did this close? Can I have the person's number? Has it happened to you before? You didn't announce. The person said, I got your number from this person. You can't even remember the person. But your job spoke well for you because you were skillful what you did. And I did this job 50,000 for a friend at a temple. And then the amazing mother, woman, was sitting in the front. So she liked what I did. And the next thing I thought, Sako, please can you come and do my mother's birthday in Ibadan? Sako, please, I have 350,000. Who am I that is mindful of it? For 50,000. I went to do it. And then the next one I got, Sako did a fantastic job. I got the job in February 2018. She just called me. Hi, my name is Zizi. Sako, I already had a number. My birthday, I'll be 50 on October 16th in Israel. And I wanted to anchor the wedding in the birthday. That was I went to Israel. 2000. So if you are calling me Sako, add JP to me. Alright? So many. So my big sister will share more experience. Can we please put that there for excellency? Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you, man. So many experience. It's important. I know we need money, but at the same time, how you relate to people is important. I will just share the story of a gate man that recommended me. No, not the gate man, a driver. And he was so happy and said, Sako, you don't know what you have done. My boss promoted you because he laughed. And then from there, the woman recommended me. And then I did an event for Reverend Samadi every October 12th. I keep dates. I remember dates. The dates that things. You need to begin to document your journey. Because sometimes people think, hey, you should go home. It's a process. There's no overnight something. When you are attending this conference and nobody is seeing you, now all of a sudden, you need to put those things in act. And I must add to you, we hear the word information is. Information is not power until you put an action to the power, to the information I hear. So we hear the word information is power. Yes. Do you put action to the things you're going to learn today? I beg you, if you think you're not wasting your time, all the things you will learn today, you need to put them into act. That's why you need to document. That's why they give you a note. Document them. Sometimes go back to them and tell you, I know some people will not talk, they'll just drop it at the I'm at Shenesia. And then you wish, that's the truth. Go through it. If you are in this industry, you need to read a book daily. If you're going to spend some time, 30 minutes a day, go to YouTube and check the people that are doing well in your industry. I tell you the truth. Envy can come, I tell you the truth. It comes, envy will come. If you're not careful, it will come. I got to a level where envy began to enter my head because of the guys that were coming after me, doing very well. Me, I was still collecting 350, and you see them collect 1 million, 1.5, and say, don't industry. What are they saying? When you know your line, and you know your lane, and you know the assignment God has sent you to do, God has not sent it to everybody. Everybody will not like you. That's the truth. No matter what you do, not everybody will like you. Event planners, not every event planner will like you. But can I tell you the truth that some event planners will kill themselves for you? Yes or no? Yes. Focus on them. Once in a while, celebrate them. Celebrate. Remember we talked about the offline, the online, and the. It's important that you take these people, engagement, greet them. You'll be shocked if you need to get to the governor. It's not the PA that will tell you. It's a gate man. It's a gate man. How many people know what I'm talking about? You wanted to meet somebody, and it was just somebody that you never expected. And now, rich people don't even wear big clothes, they can wear short knickers. A good morning can do a lot of things. In this industry that we are, good morning, sir. Good morning, man. But you'll be shocked. And see, I know what I'm saying. I've suffered though. I'm not in that level again. I'm not suffering again, but I know what I have seen from greeting. That guy is respectful. Even though you know that you don't have respect. Even though your mind, you don't have your value, but what you do consistently for 21 days becomes an habit. That's why you can't pass an elderly person. In this age, you can't pass an elderly person and not say good morning. My children, I brought them into, I know, have you greeted? Because I know what I've benefited from greeting. Yes. The intention was not greeting, not to benefit, but the fact that I am used to greeting. My wife at the time when I got married was saying, you greet everybody. I said, greeting, you know, respect God. Yes, I have respect, but I know the values that people. Some people can wear rag but still respect them. Okay, I've debated, but I needed to, this was the thing that came to my mind. I needed to let you know, this job, you'll be shocked. And respectful. That's all. Alright? So we talked about the 3 Ds and the 4 Ds. The first one we talked about is, the second one we talked about, like I said, please develop. I beg you. That's why Russian organized this. It's not because he wants to be recognized, but please develop your talent. Develop anything you are doing. Don't let them see you 10 years ago and 10 years Russian the same thing, not Russian so. Let there be a difference. If you want to get a different money, see, sometimes sponsor yourself abroad. Some people are not even traveling. You travel a lot. I know you travel a lot in your dreams. I know. Sometimes some people are even possessed. Immigration normally hold them in because but the truth is, spend time. Develop yourself. I tell you, my first trip out of Nigeria was Ghana. My first international trip. From a church also that I went to do in Lagos. From 5K. This 5K, a constant 5K, took me and he paid me my first dollars. Even though it was not, it was $50,000, but they paid me in dollars. I was happy to Ghana. Nobody in my generation. No, first generation, second generation, third generation. No, I'm not joking because I did not see any picture of my father coming out. And you know what I'm talking about now. So if you travel abroad, if you see sometimes get your international passport. And do you have international passport? Yeah. You need to get international passport. Your client might say, I need you to come with us. When I went to Israel, they brought makeup artists to Israel. When I went to Dubai, when the client took me to Anchor Africa, they brought Oloko. You know Oloko? Yeah. They did their passport and brought them. We did not eat hotel food, they were cooking for us. Get Coral Hotel in Dubai. My sister, there is money in Nigeria. Yes. And the money can go round. And we can be partakers. Yes. So that I will So that's not so. I know I'm debating. I don't know how many minutes I have. Okay, but I did not come to London to play. It wasn't convenient coming. I tell you, when did we leave Lagos?
5:30.
So 5:30, and I got here just now. I took the other, I took offer, came in. It's longer. If I was going to London, I would have gotten to London. Yeah, offer. But the truth is, I did not come to play. I just feel, I may not see everybody, but I feel that I came to let you know that I grew up here. These are my, see my organs are the, see, let's celebrate all these men at the back. There were people that, when we were massive ceremonies, they do, and you see them and you begin to say, when will I get it? You will get them, or celebrate them. People, sometimes you have mentors, you don't have value for your mentors. There are 4 important things of mentorship that people do not do. Can I tell you? Can I tell you 4 important things? The power of observation. A lot of people have mentors and they do not even know what their mentors know. They don't know anything about their mentors. They don't even know how to approach a mentor. But they say, mentor me, mentor. They don't take picture, is my mentor. The person does not even have a relationship with you. The difference between a mentor and a role model is someone that you see from afar. You read their book, they are role models. The mentor is you have relationship with them. Those are mentorship direct. You might have read their book. People have role models and Michael Jackson, they are role models. Alright, 4 important things. Power of observation. When you have a mentor, observe, read their book, check their posts. You cannot have a mentor and you don't know anything about it. You've not read his book, he released a book, you don't even know the difference between you and I, when you meet a mentor, I see your post about the exercise you do every time, especially the date on the 24th of June. You said something, and especially when you talk about you wearing your seatbelt, and you say for the first time it was your size, and I was inspired. You say you're not crying. It was a post, yes or no? But that was your post. Did you know that she talked about that? Yes. I read that post. When I'm talking about that, she understands. The next thing, there's a passion. The next thing is, ma'am, I'm doing very well, ma'am. Everything you are doing, I'm seeing it. You've not made a point. If she's going to choose between two persons, she will choose me. Because it means that I read her post. That's what happens. When you see your mentor, you don't refer to the post that you saw. You don't refer to anything that blessed you. That's how you are a blessing. I know. Chapter 2 of your book. When you go further to explain to Satan in chapter 2, paragraph 2. The Bible says you won't know the paragraph. How many of you know what I'm talking about? It means that you read the book. You say you want someone to mentor you, you don't even know anything about that. You don't know the person's full name. I know that they call you Kwara. You don't know anything about the person. You don't study the person. You don't know the color, the favorite color of the person. Observation. When you observe your mentor, there are some things you will not say. See, it's not when you're around your mentor, you begin to talk. You're not even allowing him to talk. You just keep quiet, observe. And then when you observe and then you ask questions, the second one is the power of explanation. The power of explanation. Now, what will make your mentor explain to you? Because you observed. And says, I observed that when you came into the hall, you said this, you said this, you said this. I've never had that story before. It's different from, sir, you started the show today. I mean, if you saw the difference. Sir, what will happen when you say that one? She says, wow, the reason why I said that was this, that's where it brings explanation to the observation. Some people do not explain, they don't observe. You don't expect explanation. You are still explaining, you are seeing mentors. I like this your shooter. Where do you buy it? Is that the question you should be asking your mentor? Somebody that has gone farther than where you are going. And you're not saying, I observe. Observe, explain. When you observe, there's part of explanation. You're welcome, sir. The power of explanation. And then the third one is the power of experience. Where you will experience your own experience. You will experience your own experience. No matter what your mentor says to you, you will have your experience. How many of you know what I'm talking about? They told you this now, everything something that doesn't mean which is the experience a lady. Yeah, when they tell you it's just a gathering for 20 people and just 2 hours. Somebody has lectured. Somebody has lectured you. I just no, Mama, it's too million for you. It's just a 2-hour program. We're not going to exceed. Our budget is 50,000. Sincerely, I didn't want to. They said there was no MC, but we just said that they should call you. You will not get the last in the limousine. What's it going on? This time you experience I've had several experiences. I have been gotten back to several. I would have been bigger than the Mojo. You get, but your own experience. And the last one is the power of revelation. Where, because you observe, you've gotten explanation, you've gotten your experience, you now begin to get a revelation of who you are. That's aha. Where you get a path, where you are. This is where I am. Everybody can be doing their thing, but this is where I am. 15 years ago, I said to myself, I had a mentor, Oliver, that started as a gospel comedian, and I said to myself, I want to do clean jokes. No matter what happened, it's tempting to do clean jokes. I did it. 15 years. It could be because it's easy to do the other joke. It's easy. But I stopped, what's the person of speak? I stopped, my sister, you will not see shame. Stopped my lamp and it's been consistent. The power, because every time you have the opportunity to render, it's a service we are rendering. People might not feel it. They might not feel what, especially if you're not a cake person, you're a service person, when people just experience it. They might not feel it, but every time they give you the opportunity to do something, do it well. I beg you. You might not come back immediately, but if you do it well, there will be a reoccurrence. I tell you, I did not come here to play. I did not drive all the way to play. Until you don't fly, she has other things she's doing. I beg you, we are privileged. Yeah, we're already wrapping up here. We are privileged to be sharing this. Tomorrow, by next day, by the grace of God, we want to see your picture there. That you are a testimony to the fact that you put the things that you learned into act. Talking about the 4 Ds, the 2 other Ds, the other D is deployment. The first one is develop, the second one is discover, develop, then deploy. A lot of times, a lot of people are unemployed today because they are not ready to serve. There's a difference between I am waiting for a job or I am here to serve. I've gotten to some places, I've gotten some jobs because I reached out to them and I wanted to answer. So who will not tell you that? We reach out sometimes, I've gotten an MC. If I'm less busy, Have you gotten someone to bake your cake? I'll bake your cake for you. You know what? My cake is usually something, but take care of the material. Sister Abi, except what you like to accept. Take care of the material. I will do the thing. As my little token. You are deploying yourself. Because you know that it brings out opportunity. This place where I volunteered 3 years ago, 15 years ago to anchor for free, I've anchored the same person that I anchor for free. When I go to London, I anchor for him for a fee. Hallelujah. The God of my father did not leave me to myself. You know, Bishop Oyedepo said, I asked God to make clearly 5th of May in 1989. He said, leave Kaduna. Are we not here now? Our nation was not coming to meet us here. That's the fourth people from the pit of hell. We have never made an offering in this country. How do you want the pit of hell? That's the truth. See, I'm not going to play, like I said. Deploy yourself. Look for something. If you have something you can offer, reach out to people. They will use you. See, it's because you have something that's why they use you. I'm not saying use you as sleep with you, but I'm talking about the value that you have. Remember, I'm saying when I say use, I need to specify. Nobody is allowed to use you sexually. But when it gets to a place where all of it don't, they will use you in the industry. Go and stand in the industry. Go and stand, and you finish the event, and you, how many days sent me to Kaduna to anchor a program? It's family. Up to now, no worry. But I've done other events. Yeah. Because when you check my CV, you'll see that I did those events. Did I do them? I did. Yes. Did they show that it was free? No. Who did this event? I did it. How much did they pay you? I had the organizer. You cannot ask the organizer because when you see me in the calendar of the place, what you want to big boy, he wants some. I know you can assume how much they pay you once, 1.5 million. Then, also, as you are spoken in his ear, so we live here. You know yourself. I tell you the truth. I tell you. See, reach out. Can I come and serve you? And when you are serving somebody, serve the person with all of your heart. Can I tell you the truth? Nobody can pay you except God. See, I tell you, I've seen, I'm sensing a lot of goosebumps all over my body. Nobody can pay you except God. God sees your heart. God knows that you serve this person. He might not have paid you the money, but God is waiting for you. He will pay you. He has paid me. God, He has paid me. I have seen Him pay me. Sometimes you might need to reach out to people that you know you want value to your life and say, sir, I see you are doing this thing, and you sow a seed of right now. Or you sow a seed of recharge. You will be shocked. Because MC Abe, how many of you know MC Abe? Yes. MC Abe has never given me an event before. But I heard that he built his house. And I always prayed to have a house. And so I reached out to him, sir, I noticed that I heard that you just built a house. Sir, can I please send me your account? Remember, he has not given me a job before. His here, Ross can hear, so it's recorded. Ross has not given me as at that time. And I reached out to him and I sent him 25,000. I was trusting God for my own house. And in another 2 months, I was trusting to build. I didn't have the capacity. And somebody just reached out to me. There is a house in Omole. You don't have to pay the full payment. Pay this amount and spread. That's the house I'm living today. That's the house I'm living today, and I'm still paying. You don't have to pay. Free. I just paid 4 point something, and I'm spreading the money. And guess what? One of my proteges sent me 50,000 when he heard that I bought the house. I had even forgotten. He did not even know I sold the seed. I had forgotten. My wife was the one that reminded me. Maybe I had forgotten, and you sold the seed to somebody. For every seed, there will be an harvest. It will not come from the place where you sowed it, but it will come. Yes or no? Yes. You've seen it. The last one, deploy. So deploy yourself. Be useful. Let somebody use you. Let some. Yes, that's not one. I'm just emphasizing. I'm rapping. Let somebody use you. Look for somebody that you love, and look for something that they don't have. And say, I can help you handle this. I can help you handle this, and I promise I'll do this for 1 year for free. I know it's not convenient, but there are some places, service open door to places you've never entered before. The last one is distribute. Distribute your talent. If I check your Instagram page now, what are you selling? If I check your Instagram page now. What will it show the things that you sell? Or is just selfie? What are you selling? Because when people recommend you to an event, people check. At this my level, people are still saying, I don't know something. And it's not an issue. So sometimes I even have to market. I have to send my YouTube, you know what I'm doing? I have to send my YouTube channel. This week I have to send my YouTube channel to them and say, this is what I've done. This one, someone was asking for a wedding for December 12th. He sent a wedding at my age. I will send. I have 3 children with a wife. There's no point to prove. I said it. Distribute. Market your product. Like the pastor said. Market your product on Instagram, do sponsor ad, do things. If you do an event, talk about it. You know. Thank you so much for this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening, ladies and gentlemen, please can we have that round of applause? Can we have a standing ovation for him? Thank you. Thank you.